Hi guys, I'm back again. It's taking me a while, I know. There's something I gotta talk about. And that's somebody that really doesn't deserve my time, but I'm gonna give it to her anyway. So, she starts out by telling me that, or telling people that, and what motivates this chick is that it's you that don't hide behind computer screens as cowards and spread hate. Ain't nobody said a damn thing about you, Ella. So, I don't know what your deal is. Just because you think you're trying to get in shape, good for you. You don't need to go around bragging to everybody, showing off your videos of you running on a treadmill just to make that point. Because ain't nobody cares. In fact, you're a hypocrite if you want to get really right down to it. That is the best word to describe Ella Masar. This isn't the first time she's called out her make-believe online bullies. There is a reason she blocked me from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and everything else. Which, I don't care. I probably took it too far, but, you know, the whole point is you're a hypocrite. I am her truth. She don't want to accept the fact that there's nobody out there better for her except for the chick that she found. And what is it with me and chicks that like women? Who knows? But you know, I don't care. I mean, hey, it is what it is, I guess. Ella, all I asked you for was one date. You couldn't even give that to me. And I told you before, all you had to do was give me that one date and I'd have been gone. You could even brought whomever you else wanted to in Chicago. At that point, I think Erin was in Chicago. You could have brought her to that date. I'd been asking you about this for over a decade before that. But you never would. I'm going to get to you in a minute. But yet you banished me from Twitter and Facebook back in 2006. It's 2017. That's over a decade of pain you caused me. And if you want to really get technical about it, it was 2004 when this all started, when you first came into high school. I was a junior. I was 17 years old. And I happened to be an idiot and fall in love with you. A real fucking idiot is what I was. Had I known what was going to happen over a decade later. I've been watching you from afar. I continue to watch you from afar just to keep up on how you're doing and everything else. Knowing I'm too scared to go anywhere or any place that you are or your family is because of the fact that you are the bully. Let's get that one straight right now. Ain't nobody spreading hate about you. Ain't nobody doing nothing. But yet you want to sit there and act like you have bullies out there. Ain't nobody bullying you, girl. Ain't nobody bullying you at all. If you quit instigating crap. I had chances to come watch you play in Chicago when you were playing for Houston, for God's sakes. I had a ticket bought and on my way out there, but I decided not to go at the last minute. Because I didn't even want to deal with your brother at that point. And I'm still convinced he hates me, which I don't care, because honestly, the feeling is mutual. I hate him too. Always will. Like I said, what does that make you? if you're not an online bully yourself for what you did to me and probably a few other people. I get what you meant now by when you said we were from different worlds. And yes, you did say that in a Facebook post to me, because I'll never forget it. You meant that I was never good enough for you, nor would I ever be good enough for you. And guess what? Honestly, I'm too smart for that. After going through all that shit that we went through, carrying on, fussing, fighting, and everything else, or as you like to call it, your addiction to drama. First of all, honey, I have no drama. You're the one that started that. I've come to realize by listening and watching to interviews that you have done that you really believe this crap, don't you? You really believe you're being bullied online and are addicted to drama, or was addicted to drama. You wasn't that great of a soccer player, honey. Had I been allowed to play sports, you wouldn't even be in the conversation for greatest athlete in Champaign-Urbana at all, hands down, period. And yes, I may have my faults, YouTube, about self-grandizing my sports addictions, but had everything been different with me and not having CP, I'd have played football and I've been damn good at it. My life would have been totally different at this point in my life if had I not had CP. I don't blame CP for it. As I look back on it now, I don't really have any blame for it, because it's a natural thing that does what it needs to do. But chicks like this need to be called out on the carpet, and that's why I'm doing this video mostly. I've also come to realize by listening and watching some of the stuff that you say that not only was I good enough to be with you, honestly, I deserve better than you. But yet, still to this day, I find myself only wanting one person in my life, and that's you. I don't care if we have to be friends. I don't care what it is. I just like to talk to you again. You have shuttered me out of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, various other places. I've tried to reach out to you. You were sick. You didn't know what you wanted. I'm glad you found happiness. Honestly, I am. Even if it is with another chick. Yes, I said some things that I regret. When we were talking, that is, mind you. And those things, whew. Your dad died a week before my birthday, Ella. And I'll never forget that. Because of the fact that I was in Champaign-Urbana when that happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. I wanted to apologize, so I'm taking the time now to do so. I am sorry for those things that I said, But not about your brother, mind you, because he's a tool. I felt awful after hearing about your father's passing. Awful. Just plain out awful. I'm making this public apology because it makes me feel better. I must really be a dipshit for trying to have something that I've never had for 15 years after me and you talked. And that is hope. I hope that you'd be at least willing to talk to me again. I hope for one date, but yet you had to crush the notion of me just being happy for one day and the notion of me building hope. You just couldn't have that, could you? You just could not have me happy for one day. That's when I went to my depressed state, started drinking a lot of pop. That's why my teeth are like they are for the most part. But I don't blame you, Ella. I blame myself. I really hope you can live each and every day with yourself and wake up each and every day feeling like you're a good person, knowing that you yourself are an online bully and a phony. I'm enlightening people to who you truly are. I remember the letter you wrote to me on Facebook. In fact, I think I'll share them with Facebook or with YouTube to show what kind of person you are. Because this is a double-edged sword into my heart. On 6/6/2009, you wrote, "Thank you so much for the messages, and again, you have made me speechless. I think anyone that has said those things about them would feel as if they're on cloud nine. As sweet as they are, I know that I'm not the right person for you, as you are not for me. You never gave me a date, so it's definitely apparent now, since you're married. Those words are meant for your wife, the person that makes you a better man every day. I have found that person that makes me or helps me strive to be a better woman every day, as hard as it seems sometimes. Yep. Aaron McLeod, very good. Good choice. I'm okay with this, believe it or not, Aaron. Your wife has issues, is what I'm dealing with. Everything you write above is something you should strive to find in that special someone. Do not fret. The woman I find will be a better person than you could possibly imagine. Probably 10 times better than you at that. Never settle for something ordinary. Don't worry. I've come to the conclusion that I deserve better than you. It took me 10 years, but I did it. Everyone deserves a fairy tale. Fairy tales are a fallacy. They don't exist in the real world, so keep believing in them if you want to. Keep your head up and thanks again. You're welcome, and thank you, honey, for my broken heart. That message was something that you sent to me with my own responses to that trash, and the last message I ever heard from you before you banished me from Facebook, Twitter, and a few others. I mean, granted, I went on just one date campaign, but you know what? It didn't hurt me to try. I found something in the conversation before that as well. It says, "Thank you for the message. It is greatly appreciated. However, I'm sorry to inform you that I am dealing with a very complicated relationship, and my heart is still with him very much. I could have told you so. The problem with people is is that people need to move on. Hell, Jesus Christ, Sam was about as tool. Sam was as tool about as big a tool as your brother was and is. By the way, send my regards to Tyson. And tell him that the hate is mutual, and I will be back again in Chicago here soon. You also put, I do hope as well. At the time, I was heartbroken and didn't want to live because of you. So how exactly is that doing well? I tried to commit suicide after that 5 times and was admitted to the hospital 3 times. All because of you. All because of you, Ella. You also put, and thank you again. You're most certainly not welcome. I'm gonna get off this now, Facebook. But that was my message to her. She needs to hear it. I'm sending it to her directly. But anyway, thank you.